As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second.
I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble.
Son of a bitch. He stole my life.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Welcome back to the Shot by Shot podcast. Today we're talking everything Oscars, where we have a much better idea of where this season is going now after Sean Baker has taken Critics' Choice, PGA and DGA, putting him on course to probably win Best Picture, which I'll be very happy about. If Baker just wins Director, I'll be very happy, and none of the other choices will really care to me, but there's a lot of other categories to be decided still. And so we're going to go through some of them and discuss if we agree with the picks and what we think has been snubbed by the Oscars. So we'll go for each category and decide which ones we personally think should have been nominated. But I think we should start with the big one, the Best Picture. Fairly lackluster, I think. I think it's probably the weakest group of movies from this decade. Probably, at least there's some very, very awful picks in there. In my opinion, there was possibilities for a much better year than it was for this year because it was a very good year for film, and they just didn't pick them. But yeah, Oscar, what's your big picks for films that have missed Best Picture?
Yeah, this Best Picture lineup is absolutely horrendous. For me, there's probably two genuinely great films in there, which is just Nickel Boys and Nora. And Nickel Boys for me is miles above everything else in that list, and the rest is just either good, fine, or genuinely horrendous. Amelia Harrison, Wicked, and Incomplete Unknown I really do not like at all. It's just baffling. June's fine. The Brutalist is fine. I'm Still Here. The Substance, Conclave are all good. Furiosa for me is the biggest snub, and just overall across this whole award season, really, not just in Best Picture. Challenges as well. Is two of my favorite films of the year just get absolutely nothing, and it happens every year for me. Every single year, I haven't been happy in the award sense with my favorite film of the year winning what I wanted to. But yeah, you're never going to get all of that.
Last year was decent. Best foreign film.
True. It did. But yeah, Furiosa and Challengers getting nothing. Would have liked to have seen at least something for The Beast, but that didn't happen. Evil Does Not Exist, missing out again. I'm trying to think because I have loads of films in my top 10 that just didn't get anything, but I'm trying to stay optimistic of what actually had a chance of getting something that didn't.
Evil did not exist. That there was no chance there because there's very flawed international picks where countries just don't pick the best film.
We'll get to international features later. But yeah, Megalopolis I had in my top 10. I Saw the TV Glow, Queer, Do Not Expect Too Much from the End of the World, Evil Does Not Exist, The Beast, Close Your Eyes. Just nothing across the board in Best Picture in any category for any of those. So that was a real shame. But yeah, it is a horrendous lineup this year.
I can't believe that Sing Sing didn't get a Best Picture nom, because that is not Oscar bait, but that feels like the perfect Oscar nominee for Best Picture. It got snubbed just as bad as Challenges, I would say. And yeah, even Queer, which I didn't think would get Best Picture, but that got snubbed very bad as well. It's been not a great year for Guadagnino on the awards front. I think Furiosa was never ever going to get any Oscar hype, even though I think it's top 3 of the year. Substance is a pleasant surprise. I didn't think when I saw it it'd get this much Oscar buzz. They're really bad sneaks that everyone's saying I've not even seen, so I can't even hate on them that much. But on paper, Wicked and Amelia Perez, when I don't know if films like I Saw the TV Glow exist. I mean, Amelia Perez just seems like an evil I Saw the TV Glow. Yeah, I can't, I'm really hoping that gets disqualified, to be honest, so I don't have to watch it. And I think Evil Does Not Exist just got badly done by being quite an early release as well, so everyone sort of forgot about it.
Yeah, premiering at a film festival in 2023 is never going to do you much good, and then
No.
having a theatrical release in 2024 is not going to go very well.
Having like a musical biopic as usual is just so uninspiring as well. I mean, I've not seen A Complete Unknown, so it might be decent, but it just shows the quality of the year if that's not the worst film on there. Because last year was really strong, and so was 2022 and 2023. And then yeah, I think for what I'd put in there if it was up to me, I'd have Furiosa in. Cloud is like no one's seen that, even though it's Kurosawa.
I think that's
like,
only eligible for international feature.
really.
Because it hasn't had a theatrical release in the States yet,
Okay.
which is in the summer.
It's weird.
So I think it's weird how it works, because when I'm doing my rankings, I do it by Oscar eligibility, but I think nominate things for international feature and have it like ineligible in all the other categories. Just because I'm pretty sure it has to like play in New York and LA or whatever for a set amount of time for it to be eligible for, and that's not happening until the summer. So it's a weird one. Who knows?
I'd have loved
But yeah,
Megalopolis as well, but that was never ever ever gonna get it.
Should have got a Best Picture nom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a top 5.
Yeah, I have a top 10.
There's a few that I like. I like Anora. Well, I love that Anora's in there doing The Substance. It's kind of
They've
where our
even,
birth
like,
list as well.
doing a Best
It's
Picture
in my
nom, but
10.
giving it nothing else except like a couple technical awards, which is really weird.
Well, I don't mind
wrong
that, to be
movie.
honest. Although I love the film, it's all the ones that I think it would even be in contention for are stuff that it won in 2021. So I'm not really too bothered about seeing them just win the same awards again for a film that I don't think was better than the first one, even on the technical side. So I'm not really bothered about it not winning all those. In terms of the big misses, I think Megalopolis is a huge miss. I love that. Challengers, obviously, like we said. The fact that that's not getting score and cinematography is insane. The Beast for international, and that's also my top 10 of the year. I saw the TV Glow. Nosferatu for like an actual one that could have gotten that got a lot of technical awards in production design, costume design. Probably maybe winning cinematography, possibly. So yeah, that could have actually got in, and then Sing Sing, obviously. I still don't understand how that didn't get in after getting 3 Oscar nominations, I think. I think it got a screenplay, a song, and actor. Yeah, so it's just a really weird one. Especially Nickel Boys deserved to get in there, but it kind of was weird that it didn't really get anything and then got in over Sing Sing.
Yeah. I think Sing Sing's the weirdest snub if you think about Oscar logic. And
Yeah.
Nickel Boys getting in there is the
It's a movie
weirdest.
about actors using it as like a form of getting over trauma. Like it's you'd think they'd love it.
Because when I
Yeah.
saw it, I was thinking this could be like a Best Picture frontrunner, and it's not even a nom.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just really weird they've put like Nickel Boys over it, which, like you said, got no real hype about it on our awards buzz.
What's the Nickel Boy shade is crazy.
It's not shade. It's good. It's just Sing Sing's better, and I'm like surprised that the Oscars haven't recognised that. Not that one can be in and the other can't. I'd rather both be in and like Emilia Perez be gone, but
Well, that's a common trend here. Is Emilia Perez is just stinking up every single category, and there's like no
It
reason
is.
for it to be there at
Yeah.
all. It's not stink. We'll move on to the acting categories. It's not stinking up this one because there's no actor in the film. So thankfully, they didn't get another acting nomination here. But for a leading role, we've got Adrian Brody, Timothy Chalamet, Coleman Domingo, Ralph Fiennes, and Sebastian Stan. Any ones that you think are a sneak in there?
Sebastian Stan got nominated for the wrong film.
I
Like he
disagree.
should have been in there, but his performance in A Different Man was better than The Apprentice.
I disagree.
Which
with that. I think they're
I'm
both
kind of sad
great,
about.
but I think his Donald Trump is really impressive. But I think Jeremy Strong is even better in that film, to be fair. So I wouldn't have minded him getting A Different Man nom. He's great in both. He's had like a career renaissance in 2 films, so he'll probably be in like all the indie stuff now, and hopefully kicks on with it. I think this isn't.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
I think this isn't a bad
He is
category,
really
to be honest. I've not seen Timothée Chalamet in A Complete Unknown, but I think he's probably going to win this with the little marketing run he's been doing.
Crazy.
It's done very well compared to everyone else. I want Coleman Domingo to win, but I wouldn't hate anyone winning this just because I like Timothée Chalamet as a person.
No, Daniel Craig though is the biggest crime in this category.
I have him in over Sebastian Stan, even though I did really like that performance.
No, I'm happy that Sebastian Stan is there. To be honest, I'd take out maybe Timothée Chalamet. To be honest, I mean Ralph Fiennes was good. Daniel Craig I thought was incredible. No, Josh O'Connor is criminal. You could have been Challengers or La Chimera. I would have loved. There's no La Chimera love this awards season. I love that film. Shut up. And no Josh Hartnett. He should have been nominated for.
No, I'd unironically want Josh Hartnett in Best Actor. It's probably my favorite performance. It's not the best performance, but it's my favorite performance.
He's so good. He is so good. The lead in Nickel Boys, Ethan Heresy. I thought he was really, really good. And Brandon Wilson as well, but he's probably more supporting. I thought he was fantastic. And yeah, they've just been. I'm just going to blame Amazon and MGM for that because they have absolutely butchered the marketing completely. And it's just non existent. It's not really playing anywhere as well. It's, which really does suck. But yeah.
They did butcher the distribution for that, but it's kind of the nature of the film where the actor isn't on screen. They really didn't have a chance of getting an acting nomination. Not to disregard their performance for that. Just a very new way of filming, a new way of acting, I guess.
Anybody saying that Timothée Chalamet should have been nominated for Dune 2 over A Complete Unknown has not watched A Complete Unknown, and I didn't even like that film. People are so obsessed with like performances being this like massive, shouty, powerful thing, and like, like those performances are automatically better. Is so much more controlled and in his own in A Complete Unknown. I think it is better than his performance in Dune, and I preferred Dune as a movie. I didn't even love either. But yeah, I think Complete Unknown was. I think he's better, and I probably wouldn't have him in my top 5. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
Glenn Powell from Hitman's in my top 3. I think that's a film that came out way too early.
Yeah.
Kind of forgotten about it. Apart from he got BAFTA nomination, I think it was.
I saw that like a year and a half ago. So that is like I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, wasn't it straight stream as well?
Yeah, what did have a theatrical release. But yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Why do I have that? I have that. Yeah, 30th in my year. Genuinely
I got killed by early release.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a film relying on its performances, definitely.
Yeah.
And he carried. Oh, they both carried. They both probably deserve nominations from that film. Honestly.
To be fair, he's gonna get one eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, true.
So I'm sure he's not too sad. He's like the closest thing to the next big movie star, I'd say.
Yeah.
From Timothée Chalamet.
Actor in a best supporting role. We have Yuri Borisov for Nora, Kieran Culkin, Edward Norton, Guy Pearce, and Jeremy Strong. I think they're all. I've not seen Edward Norton yet, but I think they're all pretty fair. Apart from the fact that Kieran Culkin isn't a supporting role.
And he's gonna win.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah,
I don't.
Like Edward Norton should not be in here. Jeremy Strong should not be in here.
What?
I think Strong was better
Kieran
than
Culkin. No, it's
Strong's
not
really
that he's
good.
bad. It's just
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, it
no
was
Chris
better.
Hemsworth is crazy. His best performance ever.
Yeah.
No George McKay for The Beast is crazy. Who else would I have nominated in supporting actor?
Mike Feist.
Mike Feist. Yeah, I love Mike Feist. Clarence
there's a really
Macklin.
bad one actually. Clarence Macklin is really bad.
That is ridiculous. I keep on forgetting his name, but Karen, the guy who's always
Gillian.
films,
Chicken or beef.
Yeah.
Just
to be fair, Yura Borisov was probably better, so I don't hate that.
True, in a more reserved way.
Yeah,
but,
more reserved.
Yeah, he doesn't have the flashy comedic moments that he does. I think they both should have got nominated, honestly.
Same.
Kind of.
All three goons should have got nominated, to be honest.
Oh dear. Yeah,
I want
George
him to
McKay
win,
doesn't get
but I think
any love.
Kieran Culkin is going to win, unfortunately.
I kind of hope this like Honora shift in the past a week or so might give him a better chance. Even though I don't think like Honora's like shot up in the past week, I still think it's up for grabs, best picture. But yeah, we're gonna see Kieran Culkin has been winning a lot so far, and it probably won't change. I've got an actor, but I thought Justice Smith. I think Justice Smith in I Saw the TV Globe, not supporting actor, but an actor, is someone that I would have possibly considered. I thought he was really, really great in that. But yeah.
Gabrielle LaBelle for an outside shot, I think, for Snack Shack.
Yeah, that's really outside.
I think that's just your love for Gabrielle LaBelle.
Yeah. He should have an Oscar for Best Actor already. But that also got ignored.
Should he? What else was that year? 2022.
It's
Is it 22?
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. Oh, that wasn't Brendan Fraser. Austin Butler. Who else was not? I'm trying to think of films that year.
I don't even remember who the best was.
Diego Calva should have won.
Yeah.
Well, shouts for Denzel this year, but that's just because of his name. His performance was not Oscar worthy.
What, in Gladiator?
Gladiator, yeah.
It was the best performance in that film, though.
Oh, by a mile, yeah, but it wasn't Oscar worthy good.
Best actress. I have Cynthia Erivo, Carla Sofia Gascon, Maggie Madison, Demi Moore, and Fernanda Torres. Watch what you're saying here.
Fernanda Torres.
Oh dear, this is a. Oh. Okay, Cynthia Erivo should not be there. Carla Sofia Gascon should not be there for about 10 billion reasons. I don't think Fernanda. I really liked Fernanda Torres, but I wouldn't have her in there. We have no Maria Jean Baptiste is ridiculous. No Léa Seydoux for The Beast. Angelina Jolie not getting in is really surprising to me. Like, it just seems the type of performance, and I thought she was really great.
I mean, that's the first time in that like trilogy of female biopics that the lead hasn't been nominated, I think, as well.
Which is, yeah. And I like that film more than a lot of people. Daniel's not going to like to hear this, but maybe not get in. But I thought Nell Tiger Free in The First Omen was absolutely fantastic. And Kristen Stewart as well in Love Lies Bleeding was also fantastic. And the girl in Red Rooms as well was also incredible. I've forgotten her name. The French girl.
Juliette Garapi. I think if you're arguing First Omen, you've got to argue Red Rooms over that. I think she's like. I was going to bring her up. I think she's like this top 5 level that the Oscars have picked. I think she's like amazing. That it helps that I think Demi Moore's now going to win. I think if I put money on
she's
it,
pretty bad.
I will say she's going to win the Oscar, which is apart from Mikey Madison, who I'd rather win, is a lesser of the evils of the other nominations. I mean, I can't comment on Fernando Torres. It'd be really good if she won, just because Brazil is like caving on itself. But yeah, I mean,
dear.
yeah, Mikey Madison would be my pick, and then for my own picks, it'd be the Red Rooms girl, and yeah, I'm not too fussed about any others because I've not seen Maria or any other big snubs.
Oh yeah,
So,
Hard Truths.
oh, yeah, I'm watching
Crazy
that
she didn't get
week.
nominated.
So yeah,
Crazy.
She was very
Let's
close to
Say
getting
Do-
nominated to.
Let's Say Doing the Beast was a big miss
Mhm.
out. Might be my favorite supporting lead female performance of the year, and no love whatsoever. She was
She'd be in my top
incredible.
3.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'd make it like by far my number 1, and then I won't be mad if Demi Moore takes it, just because it's a lead role in a horror film, which I think it'll be the 3rd actress to win from a horror film, I
after
think.
who? Jodie Foster.
And
Jodie
Misery,
Foster.
what's her
win?
name?
Oh,
Yeah,
Kathy
Jodie
Bates.
Foster won. Kathy Bates, yeah.
Nice. Misery is Misery even a horror film though?
Yeah, it is.
definitely.
Stephen King.
Is it?
Yeah,
True, it
it's a
doesn't
horror.
mean it's a horror though.
No, it's a
I
horror.
think
It's
it
a
is.
horror.
She bashes some guy's leg in, that's about it. Unless I'm forgetting something.
I mean, it's scary to be locked in a room with a psychotic woman
There's a lot
for
of tension. I'd say
It's
horror.
a year
yes,
or whatever it is.
a bit more of a thriller, I think.
You
Yeah.
can have both genres.
Yeah.
You
True.
can have a horror thriller.
What about Best Supporting Actress? We have Monica Barbaro, Ariana Grande, Felicity Jones, Isabella Rossellini, and Zoe Saldana.
Why is this always the worst category every year?
It's always the weakest.
This is
Every year
terrible.
is always the worst category. It's so annoying.
Even Conclave one isn't like any good. She's in the film for like 10 minutes.
But that's the thing, like supporting
10 minutes is a stretch.
the category
Oh, yeah.
for it. How is Zoe Saldana in this? You have such a range of screen times in supporting. Zoe Saldana should not be in this. Because it's category fraud. I think she's going to win it though. I don't know if I thought she was the best part of that film. But yeah, I'm trying to think, who would I have? Supporting actress. Katie O'Brien, I thought was good in Love Lies Bleeding. I liked her quite a lot. What's her name? Hitman. Adria Arjana. I thought was pretty damn great.
A different man.
Felicity Jones was good. Who am I missing? Is there genuinely anybody else?
Margaret Qualley. She was close to getting nominated.
Oh yeah.
Margaret Qualley, yes, of course.
I think I'd have Rebecca Ferguson in here as well, which is not like an acting performance that like blew me away, but I think there's not a great pool of options to pick from
This
here.
is such a stinky category this year. Nicole Kidman that's lead. Saoirse Ronan.
Joan
Yikes,
Chen
this is
from
such-
DD of Twin Peaks
Yes,
fame.
of course.
I'd like to have seen her get nominated.
Saoirse Ronan was a bit of
Yeah.
a snub, by the way.
This is such a bad category. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we missed Saoirse Ronan for lead actress
Yeah, that was
in
a
the
snub.
Outrun.
In the
I
Outrun.
thought she was going to win when I seen that movie.
Yeah, everyone thought she was going to get 2 nominations in when festival season was starting, and the Blitz just got completely shut out because A, it's a pretty bad film, and B, not many other people liked it, and then the Outrun kind of got shut out as well.
It's a rough options here, but I don't even really like. I don't think any of these performances are great. But if I had to pick, I'd either give Isabella Rossellini a legacy award, or give Zoe Saldana a legacy award as well.
I'd kind of like to see Rossellini win it, to be honest.
I think
That
they're
would-
going to give it Ariana Grande, to be honest.
No,
We'll
No, Zoe Saldana's winning it.
I think she
Unless-
still rises above the racism and
see. Do you think she
hate from
rises
that
above the
cast.
racism? I don't think it
Yeah.
should win anything, but
She has enough friends in the industry to keep in there, I think.
Oh, it's depressing. Maybe
Yeah, not a very good,
Night
good
and Night's
category.
Daughter should have got a nomination.
Yes, Lady Raven, true. Aubrey Plaza in Megalopolis, snubbed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was actually good.
Where's Sheila Booth? He was snubbed as well.
Oh, you missed Adam. I generally liked Adam Driver in Megalopolis as well. He's
John
great
Voight
in
was having
everything.
the time of his life in that film.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's just done with acting. Probably the least interesting categories, just because most of them are locked up. But we're going to go into cinematography, which is a bit all over the place again this year.
Horrendous.
I think
this
it's
year.
awful.
It's
got the Bruce
absolutely
Willis.
horrendous.
For Crawley, Greg Fraser for Dune Part 2, Paul Gulhamy for Emilia Perez, Ed Lackman for Maria, and Jaron Blaschke for Nosferatu.
It is so bad. Again, I'm going to
like maybe Nosferatu.
Again, I'm going to reiterate this. The Academy like to nominate things that have the most of something rather than something that is actually effective to its storytelling. Like they just pick like the most flashiest cinematography some of the times that is doing nothing. I'm sorry, but June is kind of this. And Emilia Perez as well. And Nosferatu, I think.
Fraser is Dune.
Yeah, I guess, but
I wouldn't have him win because it's just what he done in Dune Part 1.
It's good, but it's not really. There's so much better. Obviously, Nickel Boys is the best shot film this year, without a doubt, and I don't know how it has been snubbed from this. It's ridiculous. Obviously, the fact that Muktapon shot 3 of the best-looking films this year and has got nothing for it as well. Challenges, Queer, and Trap arguably all should have been nominated. Is pretty absurd.
I think
And
Challenges is the best shot film of the year for me. I think Nickel Boys definitely deserved a nomination though. Because I don't love Nickel Boys, but I can't believe that's not got one. Especially because it's like
Evil Does Not Exist. I think is a snub here.
Yeah, that was nice.
I thought that was incredible. The Beast, I'd argue as well, definitely a snub. Let's have a look. La Chimera was pretty beautiful.
Okay, yeah, well,
yes,
it was decent.
Decent.
It was the only good thing about the movie, so yeah, okay, I'll let you have
Shut up, man. That film is so good.
Furiosa kind of deserved one. Furiosa was good.
True. It
I would
was
mind
really good. But yeah, it's an awful lineup.
Who is the DP for that? Is that like a guy that's worked with Greg Miller?
Was it the same? Let me have a look. Was it the same as?
He's done Hacksaw Ridge and The Great Gatsby and iRobot.
Did he win for Mad Max? Or is that a different DP?
He's never done a
No,
Mad
he
Max
didn't do
before.
Mad Max.
Oh.
He did The Exorcism, the Warcraft film as well. Oh my god. The Ninjago movie. What's this filmography?
They've got like a slot
Disenchanted
to do really well.
Mm.
Yeah, I think only Brutalist is like Nosferatu is more the like color and lighting, I think, than the cinematography. I do like cinematography in Nosferatu.
It's more of like an aesthetic thing in the way. I don't know. I just can't see anything half the time. And like it's good, but people are a bit overdoing it, I think.
I think Nosferatu's great because even when it's not in those flashy moments, the camera's always doing something impressive. Even in dialogue scenes, it's not boring.
True. Yeah, but the fact that the presence here is ridiculous because that film is horrendously ugly.
Yeah, that's It's an ugly film. It's not even. There's no reason behind that. I don't understand it.
Mm.
I think Ed Lackman is kind of the definition of what you're talking about, where it's just the most cinematography. I generally think his films
Whoa,
look
whoa,
good.
whoa, 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 whoa.
I think his work in El Conde
It's a
is
better
really the
nomination.
definition of
It's a
that.
better nomination than June 2, Emilia Perez, and Nosferatu.
No way.
It's more deserving of those
Nosferatu's
three.
Nosferatu's a different movie without the cinematography. It is visual storytelling. Maybe it's just like,
Yeah, and I think
other than the
Maria
fact that you can say that
is.
it looks like it works for this like pretentious, like annoying woman. I don't think it really does much for the
It's more
story.
deserving. I think nah. I disagree. I do
I mean,
disagree there.
they also love him because he nominated for El Conde when they done like this like vampire movie that nobody watched, and he still got a nomination.
True. I need to watch that actually. Apparently, it looks great. It's black and white, isn't it?
It does look good, but it's a horrible film. Very stinky film. Worst twist ever, possibly.
Don't tell me.
I won't spoil it. It's the most baffling thing you've ever seen in a movie. So I won't spoil it. But yeah, I think this is a very strong year for cinematography, and they've just completely missed most of them.
This might
So
be
it's
the
a very
worst
disappointing
list
category.
of all the categories, to be honest.
Yeah. Megalopolis. We didn't even mention that.
That's
No,
just
people are. If I see one more person say it looks like a perfume ad, I'm going to kill them.
it kind of does, but it's a cool perfume, man.
It's perfect. It's perfect for what it's going for. I love it.
Not having people slander movies for looking cinematic because they're so used to grey slob.
True. True. And like that's weird because with the Jurassic World film, like it looks a bit more visually interesting than the previous one. So people are acting like that film looks like it's the visual renaissance of
In fairness,
films.
the Jurassic Park franchise, I think the cinematography is kind of the only thing you can criticize those movies for. I feel like there's always something at least sort of interesting going on in those. Like,
Right,
I think
yeah.
the second Jurassic World one's the only
And
one that
like
wasn't shot in film or shot in like. I discovered the other day that those movies were shot like partly on like 65mm and stuff, like in some scenes.
But yeah, I don't know. The new Jurassic World film is interesting. I think it looks somewhat interesting, but I don't know. I just the trailer didn't give me that much hope, and it just doesn't look like it's shot that interestingly. But yeah, we'll get to it when it comes out. It does feel like an Alien Romulus type of film, and that's not a good
It
thing.
does a bit, yeah. It has a bad aura about that. Like, well, Romulus didn't have that, but it ended up being a disappointment. But yeah, it's cinematography, directing. We have Sean Baker, Brady Corbet, James Mangold sneaking in somehow, Jack Audiard also sneaking in, and Carolee Ferger.
I'm just gonna
What do you
say
think of that?
I hate that Jack Audiard from the minimal screen time I've seen. He's the most French person I've seen in my life. When he was on the Golden Globe stage, I just wanted to punch him. He was so like obnoxious.
Dora the other night. Oh my god, man!
Oh, I think Anora is the objective. I think Guadagnino has been snubbed again for either film. Substance is a good one. Brutalist well, everyone thinks it's the first film, but it's not. That's a pretty good pick. Complete Unknown is really boring, and Amelia Perez is Amelia Perez. It's just stinking
There's
in the
nothing
character.
interesting about Mangold's direction.
No, it's just a biopic from the
He
flip side.
is,
I think Miller's been
and
snubbed pretty badly.
yeah, no, obviously no Ramel Ross is again horrendous. No George Miller, no Luca twice is crazy. No Bertrand Bonello, I would have liked to see, and Hamaguchi as well. I loved. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Out of these, I genuinely think I wouldn't have a single one of them in my top 5.
What about Baker?
No, he switched up on an aura.
Maybe not in my top 5. Yeah, genuinely.
He's doing like 2025 Oscar on an aura now. So
No, it's not bad. It's great. It's good, but it's just like top 5. There's so many fantastic feats of direction last year, and they've gone for a really bad, for the most part, top 5. People are saying that Denis is snubbed. Completely wrong. There is no way he should be anywhere in contention for being best director.
He's near. He's up
Not
there.
a chance.
Come on.
He's not
He's up
up
there.
there. He is not up there.
I think
I
it's
do not
just that
agree.
it's that idea that he got snubbed for the first one, which he definitely did, is the punch for not getting in there that time. He deserves something for one of them. I like the Brady Corbet is obviously there because he created this like large scale epic on like less than 10 million. I think that alone is impressive enough to get him in the conversation.
Yeah.
Coppola should also be in there. His life passion project.
he's been a bit of a weirdo though, remember? So it was never going to get.
No, I'm not saying I expected it, but
Yeah.
got to
He is
mention it.
Imagine being one of
bit
those
a
fucking
weirdo.
people behind the scenes and you see he gets an Oscar now.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
bad.
the worst.
No, it's not bad.
Debatable.
Okay, animated feature. I've seen like no animated movies this year. Daniel, how many have you seen? Have you seen any of these?
This away. I can take this away.
Yeah.
Well, there's been like nothing, so I can't really criticize the picks too much. I'm glad they didn't do Moana 2, even though I've not seen it, because that's like a TV show that they edited into a film.
Yeah.
Inside Out 2 is pretty good. I was like shocked by how much I like that, but it's a very boring win if it does win. I think Flo's gonna win, but I've not seen
Oh
it.
yeah, definitely.
Um,
Same. Hasn't Flo and Memoir Snail are not out here yet. Memoir Snail is on Friday, I think.
yes, I have miraculously seen that somehow. It's very good. Of these, it'd be my pick. Wallace and Gromit, I've still not seen actually. I need to watch that.
That's crazy.
And
Wait, what?
Wild Robot. Yeah, I've not seen Wallace and Gromit.
What were you doing
yet.
on Christmas Day?
I think I was
Yeah.
watching Gavin and Stacey, and then I probably went into like a food coma. So,
Dear me. Yeah.
then Wild
the Wild
Robot.
Robot.
It's the most boring, safe, maybe winner. It might win, but because it's been nominated.
Might be.
It's weird that an animated film gets nominated for other awards, and this has been nominated for other awards. I think it has best sound or music.
Best score, I think.
Best score, yeah. My pick isn't even on here, but I don't think it's eligible, which is Look Back. But it's 50 minutes.
I was just about to say that's my pick as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's anime, so it's already at a disadvantage because it's not American. And then I don't know what
True.
a feature film like rules are for animated because it's 50 minutes, I think.
I think the Academy. Wait, is the Academy over 40? I think the Academy's 40. I can't remember. But yeah,
It's 45 minutes.
So it probably is
45.
legible. Yeah. If I had to pick one of these, it'd be Memoir, but I think Flo or Wild Robot's going to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Wild Robot won, actually, now I think about it.
It'll be Flo. The Flo's been like, oh, has it? Who?
I think Wild Robot's the most awarded of the season overall, but I'm not entirely sure. On like
might
what
be the
big-
most overrated film of last year, aside from June
100%.
Oh, it's in the top
It is.
50, isn't it? It's so ridiculous.
It's in the top 250. It's average as hell. It's like the message is okay, of course, it like falls apart completely in like the second half, and it's like I don't really think it's that anything interesting commentary wise. Doesn't really offer anything new, and yeah, it's just I'm just baffled by all the love for it. Really,
Yeah,
It's also
we were-
adapted. It's not even original.
Exactly. It's not many.
I did
people
not
do.
even realize that.
Yeah, it's from a
not
book.
even realize that.
Yeah.
That's
You know, I
crazy.
watched it with my niece. She had read the book. She was annoyed about the adaptation, so maybe they didn't even do a good job of adapting it.
We got spoiled last year though with animated. We had Shinkai and Miyazaki both drop at the same year. We had Boy and the Heron and That's Shinkai film that I can't remember the name of.
Boy in the Heron beating
Yeah.
Spider-Verse last year was so funny.
That was based. I'm not gonna lie. I think I liked Cross
That was
Spider-Verse
it
more,
was.
but I kind of
I
enjoyed
like.
that.
I think I like Boy in the Heron more. That was funny.
The fact we're not even considering Inside Out 2 is going to win is pretty good, though. Even if Wild Robot is like a
Yeah.
made studio film. But I hopefully Flow wins, even though I've not seen it.
Yeah, my pick would be Wallace and Gromit, obviously. I think it's still, well, I liked Inside Out 2 as well, but Wallace and Gromit was by far my favourite of the year. Despicable Me 4 is in my top, well, I don't even have a top 5, I have a top 4 because I've not seen enough, but that's how little I've
Came
seen.
out, Despicable Me 4. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
But yeah, not much to say there because there's not a whole lot of movies to be in there. They can't go wrong, and they didn't. It's a pretty good selection for what they had. Original score, you have The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot again.
It's
This is
Horrendous
awful.
lineup. It's
This might be the
absolutely
worst
horrendous.
category. This is atrocious.
Okay,
Like-
so Brutalist is the only deserving one in there. I like Conclave, and I did not like any of the others. Well, I say that. There's like one slightly semi-decent bit of score in Emilia Perez that I like. It's like the singing, whatever. But the music, as in, but this is for score, not songs. Score. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. I can't remember any Wicked original score because score is different to songs.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know what the score was and what was the songs.
People keep on glazing the Wild Robot score, and I did
I don't
not think
remember
about it. Don't even know what it sounds
Yeah.
like. Challenge is obviously the biggest snub. Just Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Queer should have been in there as well. Two of the best scores of the year for me. One that's gone underrated, Nickel Boys. The score is really interesting and unique, but I thought it worked really well. Evil Does Not Exist as well as another one that it was absolutely fantastic and has got no love whatsoever. Even Bertrand Bonello composing his own scores in his film for the Beast, I thought was really, really good. It's crazy, honestly.
I'm going to do some like very random Conclave slander, even though I love the film. I feel like they're just throwing it into categories for no reason.
It's just Edward Berger. They love him.
Yeah,
like,
I don't remember the Conclave score. I don't remember it being that amazingly edited. I'm pretty sure it's got an editing knob. It's just like taking up room that better films could be in. Even though it's a good film and it deserves like a Best Picture nom. I think the only good pick here is Brutalist, to be honest. Because Brutalist scores very good.
It is very extremely good. They do that a lot, like you said. They'll just like the film that they want to think of when they just like throw it into categories, and there's just so many more deserving options. And Edward Berger films have like the most obnoxious scores you've ever heard. I like the Conclave one. I don't think it's great, but All Quiet on the Western Front, the score is just like people. It's just the dubstep foghorn that beat Babylon. It's best score.
I like the score, but like it's like in retrospect, where like the fact that it won is you want to hate it. Conclave has a memorable like opening, I remember, but that's the only thing I remember about the score in that movie.
It's quite repetitive. And Challenges has a lot of variety to it. There's some great pieces in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is.
Yeah, Challenges would be my number one.
I think Challenges is by far the best of the year, to be honest.
Challenges and Queer for me are my favourites, which is,
Challenges and
Not
Din
nice.
for me, but obviously Din wasn't eligible. He won for the first one, so again, I don't care about him winning that anyway. I would have wanted Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross to win anyway. Nosferatu as well. I think that was a good score.
True, it was. I do. The Daybreak track I really like. I listened to that quite a bit. But yeah, I did think that was good. What else?
Very atmospheric movie. I think The Substance as well. That I don't remember how exactly it goes, but the the little video they watch.
Oh, the trailer.
Yeah.
What else had a good score this year? Is there anything I'm forgetting? Um,
Good score.
Yeah.
oh dear.
Elfman cooked, but I don't think that'd be eligible.
I don't think it
The
was like
the score in Baby Girl is really interesting.
I fucking hate that film. Randomly say that. I've seen it.
It was like one of the most forgettable films of the year. But yeah.
I don't see any on my list that I'm looking at. There's nothing. I don't remember a lot of them from this year, which is why it's so annoying that Challenges got snubbed. And Queer was also just as good. I do prefer Challenges though. Bad year.
Crazy.
Did I saw the TV?
Yeah, not a
Glue
super
have
strong year.
score?
I saw the TV Glue had an incredible soundtrack. Like,
Yeah.
I want to touch on that because it's not on the list, but there should have been multiple nominations. So I saw the TV Glue an original song. There were some fantastic tracks in
100%.
there.
Yeah, got really cool artists to come on and do songs in there, and it was implemented
Yeah.
well into the film as well. It wasn't just random
was.
song or needle drops.
It was, yeah. They did, and yeah, I listened to that quite frequently, and it fits
Same.
perfectly with what they were going for. And the lineup is just the original song is just like I'm just looking at it now. What is this?
It's,
Two Amelia Perez songs. Some one from 688, which I think is some Netflix film. Never heard of it in my life. And an Elton John song. And yeah, I saw the TV Glow.
Yeah, pretty grim selection, obviously, from the whole year. There's not a whole lot of options. Visual effects, we have Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked.
Better Man sweep.
Yes, please, hopefully.
It's going to
The
be
visual
Alien
effects are
Romulus.
crazy.
How is a film with the most disgusting CGI necromancy being nominated for visual effects?
because the rest of it looks.
There is that, yeah. The rest of it is
Peak
very
is
impressive.
a big stretch. Like
No.
it's fine. It's
The
I'm
space stuff
sorry,
is amazing.
but it's like you can't have that. I'm sorry, but this is like the worst.
Yeah, I guess if
thing.
it's like, do you think it cancels out all the good?
I mean,
And that's the case.
I don't like.
Again,
I enjoy it.
I'm going to say this again. They nominate visual effects and like everything else for something that has the most, not something that is. And I swear, like.
Well, what
visual
else would
effects
they
might
do
be,
in visual effects, to be fair?
True, but it's like.
They should have done Furiosa then, to be honest.
True. I agree.
It's a bit bad at
Even the
times with
VFX in
Furiosa,
challenges,
VFX.
like all the tennis balls in challenges, and some of those shots.
That would be a cool nomination, yeah.
VFX.
I was thinking that. I've never even seen a
And-
breakdown for that scene, for the visual effects. I'd imagine it's very cool. I don't think they've released a video doing that. Obviously, I think Weta are like by far like kind of dominating this category with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and Better Man. Their work is just constantly ahead of the game and just perfection, pretty much. You never watch one of the movies that they've worked on and see any like problems with the visual effects. And I hope Better Man wins.
I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
But Two Monkey Films is pretty funny.
Pity award.
I can't bother with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, to be honest. But I actually am going to watch Better Man.
Wicked in here as well. I didn't.
I
The
just
visual
ignore that.
effects ruined Wicked. In a way. There's practical work in there, and they covered it in CGI.
They did.
That's such a mess of good-looking stuff and bad-looking stuff from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like the lighting is just horrendous.
I don't think they only really focus on like CGI, but I think Alien Romulus in there for all the practical effects makes sense. But I don't think they really take that into consideration because I think the xenomorphs look the best in that movie since Alien 4, I'd say.
Yeah, it's weird because like practical is cool in a way, but I guess we obsess over practical stuff, and I do in a way. But I was more intimidated by the CGI xenomorphs in Prometheus, right, in Covenant, than I was.
I hate the way it looks in Covenant. To be honest,
Really,
the xenomorph, yeah. I don't like how it looks fully
it's
CGI.
fine. No. Do you remember what they did in Alien 3 where they had the puppet and it looks so good they glossed over into CGI and it just looks like the worst
Yeah.
thing you've ever seen? It was actually practical.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy.
probably the worst scene in the franchise.
Yeah. I can't believe that's actually a puppet. It looks like the most glued on CGI thing you've ever seen.
And it's a cool like POV thing as well. It could have been really cool, but it's ruined. Yeah, that's visual effects. What's the front runner for that? I don't know if there is. I think it's King of the Blue Planet.
Probably
I guess.
Dune.
I think it's Dune. I think it's gonna
Maybe
win.
then.
It's
Yeah.
probably Dune.
I can't see them not giving that an award, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty perfect.
Don't give it
visual effects, to be
editing.
honest.
Don't give it editing. They didn't even get nominated for editing,
I
actually.
didn't
What
get
am I saying?
nominated. Yeah.
Thank goodness. I was so happy with that.
But yeah, it also didn't get a screenplay nomination, which we'll go into for adapted screenplay, which is a complete unknown. Conclave, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing.
Nickel Boys and Sing Sing.
Yeah,
Very
they just
deserved.
destroy the other three.
Yeah.
I mean, Conclave deserving of this one.
Conclave was Conclave was a bit messy.
I think the screenplay was the weakest part of the movie, but
I
I was trying to find like what I thought was the top 5 for adapted screenplay, and it's actually like there's not very many options this year. At least I was struggling.
Queer absolutely has to be there, without a doubt. What else have we got? Adapted.
I'm looking at my list and I don't even know what's adapted. And is Wild Robot is, but that I wouldn't nominate that.
I would have Sing Sing winning. Emilia Perez. No.
It's like one of the worst screenplays of the past decade, maybe ever.
It's adapted, or is it original?
I'm not sure.
Good question.
Maybe since is it based on a book? Maybe.
I thought it was based on a book, but I'm not sure.
I think you might be taking too much from your life to be original.
I'll Google it. I don't know.
I decided on a 5, and it was Sing Sing, Nosferatu, Hitman, which is kind of just been completely forgotten by Linklater. I've got Denis in there, which even though I think if I was to pick a weakness of that movie, it would be the screenplay, but again, I don't think there's a ton of options. And then I think Furiosa maybe as well.
Oh, is that adapted?
Yeah, it's a sequel.
That's okay. Still that doesn't count as adapted though, does it?
I think it does.
It's not adapted from anything. It's still original, or does it?
I think any sequels are adapted.
The Apprentice is apparently
might be wrong
original.
Though.
It's apparently original, but it's adapted from a journalist's investigation. But the journalist is the guy who wrote the film, so it's like really confusing. So apparently, Apprentice is original.
Decent category, I guess.
It's okay. It's like a limited field again.
Yeah. Original is much better in my opinion, though. We have Sean Baker for Anora, Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, Jesse Eisenberg for Real Pain, September 5 sneaking in there, and Coralie Forgeron for The Substance.
It was
September 5 is a horrendous feat of writing. It's like I'm sat in my first year journalism, law and ethics lectures. It's really painful to sit through. I wouldn't even have The Brutalist in there. Not a chance. It's by far the weakest part of the film.
True.
A Real Pain,
editing,
yeah.
Screenplay.
I wouldn't really have that in there. The Beast I would have in there. Actually, I think The Beast is adapted.
Is it?
I think The Beast is an adapted screenplay. I'm almost certain it is. Close Your Eyes, I think that was original. Challenges was original.
Challenges 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just pick any film, really.
Yeah, it's
September 5.
Trying to think. Yeah, September 5 is crazy. They just.
The
I'm
Brutalist
trying to
is
think
funny
of this
because the first like half is maybe one of the best screenplays, I'd say, and then
Mhm.
it like falls off a cliff after the intervention.
It
If I
does.
was giving a winner, it'd be Anora, but the substance and I give it Anora or the substance. To be honest, of the nominees.
And that's two front runners right now. Which,
Yeah,
if Anora needs it for Best Picture, I'd like it to win it, but I don't mind the substance winning it there.
yeah.
Mm.
I think Sean Baker would be the first person to win 4 Oscars for a movie because he can win picture, which would be the
Editor.
producer, director,
Right.
editor, and writer. As he does
Mm.
with all these movies.
Yeah. Anora's had
So
a
I'd very
crazy
much like that.
this week. I don't think it was gonna
I never
win
wrote it out. It never missed any nominations. It wasn't winning at places, but it always just stayed in the conversation. And I think that's all you need to do is just stay in there until eventually, pretty much anything can happen in like the month leading up to the ceremony. Which is why it's not a lock because anything can really happen. So I guess I think that's a much better category. I've not seen September 5, but
It's almost
journalist movies, I don't really like them. Sound. We have A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot.
The half of these are just filler nominations. Like, what are you on
just-
about?
Yeah, if they like a musical, it needs to be put in sound because
Nickel Boys, again, best sound of the year, without a doubt. And not here.
I think Substance
Yeah, I think Substance
is the
is
best
the best
sounds.
sound.
Nickel Boys has such a focus on kind of touch and feeling things, and I thought the sounds were fantastic. Evil Does Not Exist as well. Even Challengers, brilliant. Furiosa was brilliant.
Yep.
And again, they've just ignored everything. And
Dune's the only one I like in here.
Let's have a look. Yeah, June Sound was good. Clean Unknown was fine, but again, I think they just like sound as like music. It's like
Yeah, that's
it's
always
so
a thing. It's
stupid.
the same way
That's
racing
literally what it
movies.
is.
They always get in.
True, but Ferrari should have been nominated last year. Was it nominated last year?
I thought the sound design was weak for Ferrari actually.
That's a really
Ferrari
forgettable
F1 this year. They're gonna go crazy for that. And that film's going to suck, probably.
I don't know. I'm looking at my list. Nothing stands out, to be honest. Like, immediately.
You know what does stand out? That I don't think anyone would be eligible and not enough people seen it, but Chime from Kurosawa.
Oh, yeah.
True.
That was a horror movie that showed the power of sound design.
True. Yes. I was watching Memoria the other day, which is, I think, one of the best films of the decade, and that was just a nice reminder of perfect sound design in a film. That was really incredible. But yeah, Chime was brilliant.
Nosferatu as well. Again, just the atmospheric sense of that, and the sound was important. Production design. We've got The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked.
I'm going to repeat.
That's like the one I'd maybe give Wicked because the production design is pretty good. Conclave's boring. Well, actually, I don't know. Conclave's got pretty good production design.
Conclave doesn't look like it has because you'd think they'd shot on location, but once you find out that they've recreated, like everything is pretty insane.
There's some pretty insane shots in like the auditorium room, and that where they all vote looks really good as well. So that one is deserving. I think
I'm going to say again what I've said for about the 4th time this episode, and maybe it's the most category it applies to. They are picking things that have the most of something over what is important. And Queer not being here is crazy.
This is by far the biggest snub for Queer. I think the production design makes the movie of Queer, like that.
Even Challenges.
All of the best moments are heavily influenced by the production design.
Even Challenges, I could argue, should be here. That the glass underneath glass court shots.
Yeah, I don't know if one moment like that is enough for production design, but I do agree that's really cool.
True. Yeah, but again, I just feel like like some of these are just like they are the biggest, grandest set, so we're just going to nominate them. Then that's what like the majority of these are.
As a category, it goes along with the big budget movies, just because the small indie movies are not going to have the budget to do anything crazy like they do in these movies.
I
It's
think
stupid.
Beetlejuice has genuinely been snubbed here.
Definitely.
It's like genuinely that Office with all the Bobs, and yeah, I thought it's really good for a
Bob,
time.
best supporting actor.
Yeah, I think Nosferatu was the best out of the noms, but I'd have Queer as the best.
Out of the nominations, maybe The Brutalist for me.
Yeah, Brutalist is good because it's architecture. You'd think that might win actually because it's about fucking
architecture. Yeah,
You don't actually see the architecture though.
I think I'd have The Brutalist. Yeah, but I think it serves its
honestly.
purpose.
I think moving on from part one is just the most insane production design, where like a lot of it is like actually real.
Wicked is not going home empty though, and I think they might give this Wicked.
Wicked might be the Barbie of last year, I think.
Wicked will win awards. How many I don't know. But of these, I'd probably do Nosferatu as the best.
I agree. And makeup, another one that Beetlejuice has been snubbed for again.
Yeah, has been snubbed.
Yeah, but I think these are the nominations. It's a Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked.
It has.
Have you seen the hairstyling in Emilia Perez? It is horrendous.
The makeup wasn't that good either.
I think this is a lock for either Substance or A Different Man. As good as Nosferatu's got good.
It has to be Substance.
It has to be Substance or A Different Man because the prosthetics in both of those are insane. I think they'll give it Substance, to be honest. They might be weird and pick Wicked, but I think...
No, it'll go along with Demi Moore winning Best Actress.
Yeah, Emilia Perez, the wigs are horrendous in that film. Don't know what they're doing there. Nosferatu probably... I maybe A Different Man for me, actually. And The Substance. I really enjoyed those. What else? Not sure what else I would nominate, to be honest.
I think Beetlejuice is the big snub.
Yeah, I agree.
Part 2 for the hairstyling. I don't really care about that side though. I mostly care about the makeup.
Furiosa, maybe.
I guess.
Not crazy.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I saw the TV glass some good makeup towards the end.
Yeah, it does actually. Oh yeah, of course the villains and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't even consider
the moon, Mr. Melancholy. That was cool. I really enjoyed that.
And he gets all like cracked up at the end as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the worst lineup, I suppose, for this standard. Wicked's not like the worst sneak. Emilia Perez is a sneak, I'd say.
Yeah, there's good hairstyling in Wicked. I can't deny that.
I'd give it Substance. I think Substance might get it, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Substance, that'd be like a Babylon level missing score snub, I think.
Yeah.
Oh
god.
No, don't put those two on the same. But yeah, I think Substance has got it.
Film editing. Okay, so we have Sean Baker again.
Oh dear. We have Nora, The Brutalist, Emilia Perez, and Wicked. Emilia Perez is some of the worst editing this year, so what is that doing in there? Wicked is not edited in any
there's no good flow in that movie or
interesting fashion. No, there isn't. Challenges not having editing is horrendous. Same with Queer. Nickel Boys as well.
Does Queer?
I really like the editing. The Evil does not exist.
I argue Queer does not deserve it. Actually,
Queer has great editing.
It was a 3-hour movie.
Queer has great editing. Yeah, true. They didn't butcher it. It's an incredible film.
Yeah, that's right. I was going a bit far, but
Yeah.
Anora snub, by the way. I really like the Anora edit.
Anora got nominated.
It's in here.
Yeah. Oh, I missed
Anora
it.
got nominated.
Yeah, it's gonna. I hope it wins.
Oh yeah, it should win. Actually, looking at this.
Yeah,
if Anora wins,
Brutalist. The editing is pretty dodgy towards the end.
I saw the TV Glow again. Has really good editing, I thought.
Yeah.
Nickel Boys is well edited.
Yeah, it is.
Furiosa.
Yeah.
Well, the Megalopolis edit's fucking weird. I can say that about anything though.
The code dissolves count as editing when they consider it for the words.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, Substance. Why is Substance not here?
Substance is really well edited actually. The body horror scenes, the quick cuts. I don't know. I think Anora's the best, to be honest, and I think it might win. So
yeah,
I will be very happy. I just want Baker to do like a sweep, to be honest.
Oh dear, my Wi-Fi is terrible.
Yeah, I don't think the competition's even that good here, to be honest.
No.
Nothing I'd even like say is deserved if it beat Sean Baker. Again, I guess editing's just really well, like Oscar was saying, it's actually playing into the storytelling rather than just like most editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we have international feature as well. We didn't do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see, that's the last one.
I'm Still Here for Brazil. The Girl with the Needle for Denmark. Emilia Perez for France. The Seed of the Sacred Fig for Germany, and Flow for Latvia. I've not seen most of these to even comment.
I've not seen any, so I'm not even going to say anything.
Pretty bad lineup, if I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen Flow with Go with the Needle. Let me see Go with the Needle. Yeah, Emilia Perez is probably... See the Sacred Fig is borderline mid. Emilia Perez is horrendous. I'm Still Here is pretty good, but yeah, there's so many better options. Close Your Eyes and The Beast, horrendously snubbed, and Evil Does Not Exist. Like, Close Your Eyes, The Beast, Evil Does Not Exist, Do Not Expect Too Much from the End of the World. All completely snubbed for me. And Red Rooms as well. That would have been my 5.
Mm-hmm.
The best film here is a 3.5 for me.
I've only seen the 2 Kurosawa films and Red Rooms, so I don't know. Out of those, it would probably be Red Rooms because I don't know if Clouds are legible. But yeah, I'm hoping
it is legible. It was Japan's pick.
Oh, I didn't get.
Yeah, it was Japan's pick for.
It didn't get into the shortlist though. For
international. Yeah, which is silly. I wouldn't even have it nominated. Yeah, there was loads of incredible picks this year that we could have had, but yeah.
I would want Brazil to win just because I like the Brazilian people online. I don't even have like
that's quite funny.
Films, but...
Yeah, I'll celebrate if it wins over Emilia Perez.
Yeah.
That dominating the whole year. Or Flow. What if Flow does like a
Flow would be nice.
International best animated out of nowhere?
And Latvia as well. Yeah, they'd be going crazy.
I think that's just isn't it just like one guy? Like it's a really small film.
Yeah.
Is that the right film I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good. That would be
I think that's all of the categories, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we've missed any.
No. It's just short film stuff that we don't know anything about.
But next week we're gonna do a Bong Joon-ho movie. Memories of Murder. Is that what we're doing?
I'm good with that.
I don't mind.
Yeah. So we're gonna start Bong Joon-ho in anticipation for Mickey 17 for his film coming out. So that's what we'll be back for next week. But yeah, let us know what your biggest Oscar snub was, and we'll see you next week.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I believe there's a hero in all of us that keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin. Son of a bitch. He stole my life.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.